For anyone new, I play games for the storytelling and challenge, which generally means taking my time, trying to stay thematic, and avoiding exploits. If you prefer min-maxing or speeding through content, then my stuff may not be for you, although you're welcome to join us for a while to find out. If I haven't lost you yet, sit back and enjoy some quirky, chill base building, or grab the seed from the first episode and play along. Okay, so welcome back to this quirky little base builder, and just to really recap, I guess really for anybody who's brand new or because it's taking me so long in between the episodes. I'm trying to record one of these a week, by the way, and then they have to get edited, so I apologize if it sometimes feels a little bit slow, but I'm doing the best that I can. Anyway, definitely not giving up on this playthrough, and again, back to the summary for anybody who's joining us now or has forgotten. We have basically just grabbed the first duplicates that got thrown our way, regardless of how well they mesh together, regardless of what their weaknesses are, regardless of what their strengths are. And that has obviously been highly inefficient, but that's just the way we like it. And the difficulty settings are all set as high as I can set them, other than the fact that we are playing on the basic asteroid instead of one of the super duper hard ones. Anyway, okay, take a breath, Michael. So I'm trying to actually, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to tie my hands behind my back for a couple of minutes because I want to give my dupes a minute to get caught up on what you're seeing right now, which is they're picking up some of the debris that's scattered all over the base and they're putting it in the storage bins. And basically, somebody's starving and not getting taken care of. Oh. What's going on here? It's just because he's taken a little leak. That's okay. Nothing to worry about there. We have plenty of food. We're doing fine for food. Okay, so we have basically switched over to the bristle blossoms almost entirely. We do still have some meal weed down here. Man, I'm having a hard time talking today. And what we've done here is we've turned off the harvesting of the meal wood. I think I said meal weed a minute ago. Turned off the harvesting of that. We'll turn it back on if there's an emergency, but I really don't foresee that being necessary. Meanwhile, we're going to be bringing up some bristle blossoms here, and we have enough of a cushion to last us until we get there. We're done with the massage room. We've got the private bedroom set up. They don't qualify as private bedrooms yet because we need to replace these cots with what are called comfy beds, which I think requires plastic. How much food did we lose there? Just a rotten lice loaf. That's not a big deal. We got a rot pile. That's something to keep in mind. Ellie the artist. Okay, aesthetic design. So we want to get her up to Masterworks before we start building statues, but then as soon as she hits this, we're going to make our base beautiful. And we are, of course, going to slow it down so that we can watch Ellie the artist put on her new artist hat. Because you only get a few chances to do that. Hello, your new art. You know what I didn't do? I didn't switch her Ellie the artist. Didn't switch her hat over. There we go, that's better. And now while I'm here, I might as well do Ashken the scientist. Okay, so now we're at a little bit of a decision point here. I think we probably want to do, since we already have somebody with improved carrying, normally I automatically give all of my dupes improved carrying if they have the morale for it, which our dupes do, because it's just so good to get that extra carrying capacity. But since we have nobody right now on the improved tinkering line here, then I think we'll do that. And then what we'll do is we'll check our priorities and we'll make sure that Ashken the scientist is bumped up a little bit on the priority for operating. So that'll be good. Okay. And then we'll watch. Since we missed Ellie do it, we'll watch Ashken. Oh, there she goes. There we go. There's a yellowish cap. And now... Is he sleeping or what? Where's Ashken? There. Oh, that's right. No, he's not sleeping. He's just really, really slow. So then Ashken puts on... Did I do the same thing again? Did I do the same thing again? Ashken the scientist. I did. Oh, no, never mind. Yeah, no, we want him to leave the astronomy cap on, so that's fine. Yeah, we don't want him to switch his cap just because he's now learned. There we go. Put it on. Yay. It's not going to change. All right. Terrific. Okay. Back to speeding things up. So we're cleaning up the debris, which is going to improve the decor, the all-around decor of our base. We got a lot more to do. In fact, I should probably prioritize cleaning up the stuff in the bedrooms and in the mess hall, the great hall, excuse me. Choose a blueprint. Hopefully you guys can't hear my phone going off right now. Let's go ahead and take a look here. Actually, you know what? Before I can pick this, I need to refresh my memory skills here. Refresh my memory on what we need. It would be a good idea to get somebody who can do plumbing. And other than that, we've got everybody already lined up to be able to do something. I don't have anybody labeled farmer right now, but I think, yeah, exactly. Frankie the rancher can also do farming, so that'll be fine. At least for now, that will do. And does anybody already have this as a preferred secondary line? They do not. Okay, so this is not a high priority right now, but it's something that I would like to do eventually. So now let's go back to, let's pause the game here for a second. Choose a blueprint. And this is it right here, right? Tidying. Bert. Night Owl. Okay, yeah, let's take Bert. Okay, this will be good. So we got Bert. Bert the plumber. And he's a night owl, he's a Luddite, that's okay. We just won't have him do any... He's a binge eater. Okay, that's all fine. So we're paused here for a second. Bert the plumber. We want... Oh, first of all, we want to do this. And then we're going to give him improved strength. Okay, he's going to look very much like Mario here in a minute. Priorities. Okay, so operating for Bert the plumber. Tidying, obviously, and this we want to turn off. Oops. There we go. And supplying and storing, we want that to be high for him. So his big thing is really good strength. He's going to have really good carrying capacity, and once he gets his athletics up a little bit, that'll be really nice. He'll be super fast, zipping around, being Johnny on the spot everywhere he needs to be. So now, before I forget and screw this up again, we want to make sure we've got, first of all, a table for him to eat at. Where did he go? There he is. Bert the plumber assigned. Okay, very good. And let's go ahead. This is... Are all of these assigned already? Joshua the dock, Nicole. Bert the plumber already assigned to. Very good. That's convenient. Now, one more thing. Schedule-wise, we have a night shift here. We've got 2 people already on it. I have a night shift +2. That has 2 people already on it. Day shift +2. Okay. So we're going to do this. Even though it's going to be inefficient for 1 cycle, we're going to move... we're going to move Joshua the dock to day shift +2. And we're going to put Bert the plumber on the night shift, because now you can see Bert the plumber has got this all attributes +3 at night, so we want him working throughout the night. And now, and that's fine. He'll have most of his workday this very first cycle. But unfortunately now Joshua the dock is going to go to bed here pretty soon, and he doesn't really need to, but that's okay. He'll be back to being efficient in the next cycle, and we'll have everybody in a good, efficient sleep cycle. So now let's go ahead, attribute increase. We'll take that. Athletics improved from Nicole with the chef. I think we've got enough food probably to be able to accommodate an 8th dupe right now. If not, we'll panic and we'll do something as an emergency to get that rectified. And we did at the tail end of the last episode start to get our water leaking down here. We're going to go ahead and do this for now. Why not? Just not because it's a high priority, but more because it kind of looks ugly having all that spilled water there. Meanwhile, our plumbing is going swimmingly. The water's making it all the way over to here and over to here, and eventually we'll go ahead and we'll either extend these out and maybe move this, or we'll have to make more bristle blossom farms somewhere else. I mean, it would be fine, I think, to put it right here, probably. It is getting a little bit warmer at that point, so maybe not. I think the best thing to probably do, attribute increase, that's Nails the Builder. The best thing to probably do is... Wait a minute, where's a good spot for it? You know what we can do is we can actually, just because we have the water here, doesn't mean we can't make other use of this space. So I think that's probably what we're going to do, is we're going to start to turn this. We'll eventually get rid of that oxygen diffuser. Let's go ahead and just start preparing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We know we're going to want not a water cooler. There you go, Michael. That's better. A light bulb. We're going to want a light bulb there. We're going to need to power it up. And we're going to need some plumbing. Plumbing's already running through there, so that's just fine. Okay. So that's good. A sage hatchling egg. Okay, that's good. I don't want any sage hatchlings in this base because they eat organics, which means they will eat food that is better served going into the mouths of our dupes. So, excuse me while I adjust my mic here for just a second. Okay, so we're going to crack open this egg and we're going to have ourselves another omelet. Okay, so at this point I actually meant to increase the priority on the sweeping up here in these rooms, but it's okay. It looks like they're actually prioritizing those anyway, so that's good. And what next? So I'm actually going to slow this down for just a second because It's time to start thinking about next steps, which at some point is going to involve cleaning up the slime. We probably don't really need to worry about the slime just yet. However, this guy right here, this Pakus are delicious. So we might want to consider, if there's only one, I'm not too worried about it. There's a second one over here. But we may want to consider knocking open this wall and getting access to these fish for additional food. But it's not a priority, because I think we're doing okay for now. Wouldn't mind getting another oxyfern down here, because we are still losing the battle of excessive carbon dioxide down here. You can see our coal generator here. It's awaiting delivery. There we go. I was going to say, I was a little bit worried I had accidentally turned it off, but no, okay, we're good. What was I thinking about? Oh yeah, we're just losing the battle. Slowly, we're going to accumulate more and more carbon dioxide, and it's going to become an issue. We need to figure out a way to either burn up that carbon dioxide or have something like this plant. These plants here are good at disposing of it very slowly. Or we just dig another hole somewhere for the carbon dioxide to go into, but we don't have great availability of space to do that. We could dig this hole a little bit deeper, and maybe that's our first option. Yeah, I think maybe we go ahead and do that for now. I'm going to leave that oxyfern where it is, and I'm just going to build that. Yes, I realize I don't have to dig out that tile at all if I just left the copper there. But it doesn't look great to me to do that, so I'm going to go ahead and build the tile to replace the copper. And then attribute, okay, more athletics, that's always good. Let's go ahead and dig all of that up. And we'll just, let's just build some scaffolding here. Some scaffolding here. And we'll dig all that up. And that'll give us a little bit more area for the carbon dioxide to accumulate. How are we doing on food? 16,000. I'm going to go ahead and turn the harvesting back on here. Because we got the 8th dupe, we're going to start eating food faster than previously. And we haven't really expanded our bristle blossoms all that much. In fact, only 2 of them are reasonably close to even being done. Although we got some more up here, so that's good. Yeah, that'll all help out. And I think we have an omelet. Yeah, we got an omelet waiting for somebody, so that's good. Nicole the chef. Okay, so here's an example of where I've already given a dupe the improved carrying. So now we're going to give him... Do we need a backup dock? Not really. I don't really see an important reason to have a backup dock. So I'm going to give him improved strength instead. He's not interested in this, so I'm not going to go real, and this is going to be true of most of our dupes. I'm not going to go real deep in this line because you can get morale issues. Go ahead and speed back up a little bit now. We have a little bit further out here that we can continue to do stuff. Now we do want to grow our Great Hall at some point, so let's go ahead and mark this out. Our Great Hall can be up to, what is it, 120? 120. 120 at 4 high means 30 wide. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to build a power line at priority 1, so nobody's ever actually going to build this. And I'm going to measure out 30. There we go. So that's the extent of what we want to do for our Great Hall. There's really no reason for it not to be maximum size. Eventually, we're not going to do it yet. And is all that's all priority 1 too. I didn't actually mean to do that. We'll go ahead and make you, we'll make you priority 4. Because there's no rush to do this, but priority 1, it would probably literally never get done. And then all of this as well. In fact, there's really no reason while we're at it to not dig all of this out, including that sand. And to do that, we're going to have to do that. In fact, why not? Let's go ahead and do all this. Let's go ahead and build... I did that wrong, didn't I? I did indeed. Cancel this. There we go. That's better. And we'll put another door. And at this point, remember to switch it back to 5. Change the priority here to 5. That's fine. Okay. All right. And then we'll open up that door right there. Now, I do often build this one tile out further than necessary because it's good to have some airflow. And that's going to be true here as well. We're going to... Oh, no, scratch that. Now, the reason why we want this enclosed right here is because we don't want the polluted oxygen to be able to escape. Okay, so where are we at here? Frankie the Rancher. Excellent. We got ourselves the maximum level of ranching. Very nice. And have I built... I haven't even built a... what's it called for the critters? It's called a... stable. I haven't built a stable yet, so we need to do that. We're looking really good on our stress now, so that's good. Our dupes may be horribly inefficient, but they're in good shape. They're enjoying life right now, and that's a good thing. We can figure out what to do here, but I don't want to do the stable for the critters here because we can do that in a place where it's a little bit warmer. So I want to really maximize the cold area for other uses. So here's what we're going to do. Do we have slime over here? We do not have slime over here. This is good. Nope, I clicked on the wrong thing. We do have slime over here, so that's not good. All right, we got slime up here. We got slime here. We got slime kind of blocking us in most directions right now. And the one direction that it's not blocking us, we have chlorine gas blocking us instead. That's okay. It's all right. The heat here makes this area up here a little bit less than ideal, and we do have a little bit of space up here that we can work with. So here's what we're going to do. Stables can be 96 tiles. So if we do the same thing again, that's 19. If we do it 4 high, we can go 19, but maybe we don't want to do it 4 high. Maybe we want to do it 96. We can do it 6 high times... Okay. I was told there would be no maths. So 12 times 8, so we need 16. 16 times 6, right? 16 times 6. So let's go ahead and do the wire here, priority 1. And if we were to go ahead and do it even with that right there, no, we don't have to go even with that. We can do it a little bit further out here. Let's go is kind of further out here. So let's go ahead and make maybe this right here the limit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 high. So we're going to go across like this, okay? And then we can take power, wire, priority 1, and we want to go, I said 16, right? 16. Tile, priority 1. Like this. Okay, now we can cancel this. We're going to have to dig out all that. And not only that, but let's go ahead and build ourselves some scaffolding up here to make this easier. And we're going to need scaffolding, actually. We're going to need scaffolding almost everywhere to be able to get that top level, because I don't want to dig all that out right now. Let's go ahead and build another cot in here. And since we've built the scaffolding, we can go ahead and mark all that as well. And just make sure that we have a ladder to reach. Okay. And then we're going to put a door here. And we're going to put a food. Oh, we haven't researched it yet. We have not researched it yet. This right here is what we need. Are we researching anything at all right now? No research selected. Okay, well that's why we haven't researched it yet. So what we need is this this grooming station and this critter drop-off and that critter feeder. All three of those. Luckily, they're all the same technology. Okay. This will be really nice when we have that, and it looks like we actually will have room for a second one if we want to do a second one. And actually, we might want to start harvesting these thimbleweeds as well. Let's go ahead and get Pay here with the obligatory carrying, especially because she likes carrying. She could also be... We could have made her an improved farmer. Have to think about that a little bit. Do we want a backup farmer? Probably would not be a bad idea, actually. Frankie the rancher comes to farming. Yes, that's good. And Pay the digger when it comes to farming. I'm gonna go ahead and mark that. I think I can remember to give her... Okay, this door we want to actually leave closed, or leave it on automatic, I should say, because when we put critters in here, we don't want them to be able to escape, obviously. Whenever I say the word obviously now, did anybody else ever see the movie called The Platform? It's a Spanish horror movie. Very interesting. I thought it was very interesting. Anyway, one of the characters in that keeps saying, obvio, obvio. And, really good analogy on capitalism and communism in that movie, which I suspect most people probably don't pick up on when they watch it, but I thought it was really, really pretty well done. Obviously, it's a horror movie, not for everyone. Don't consider that a recommendation for absolutely everyone. Not a family-friendly movie. All right, we're still not really growing our bristle blossom farm very quickly, are we? You know what we need to do, though. He's at 11%, we can destroy that. He's at 22%, we can deconstruct that. 72, we'll let that one finish. Food has decayed. Okay, rotten lice of... Okay, so now we're getting a little bit more into dangerous territory with the food now. I'm actually going to turn on the rot pile here because I want to be reminded that we need to do something with it. And you know, with the eggshells too. Okay, new print on... Really, already? This is what happens when you're on fast forward. Okay, so we probably don't want any more dupes right now. I'm not even going to look at them because one of them might be really good, and I don't think the base right now can sustain another dupe. So we'll just take the curative tablets. These aren't great. But in a pinch, they will do for, I think it's food poisoning. I'm not sure if that's the one and only disease that it will cure. Attribute increase, excavation for nails to builder, that's good. Okay, how are we looking here on everything? We got athletics as well for Bert the Plumber, that's good. He's brand new and he's already faster. Take that. Okay, I'm just going to slow it down again for a second and just kind of appreciate the base right now. So we've come a long way in 36 cycles from where we started. Now, obviously, not a super efficient playthrough that we're doing here. Obviously, I'm not an extremely good player of this game, so I'm sure there are lots of players who would look at level 36 and say, you know, why are you not up here? Or I should say cycle 36. Why do you not have oil refineries already built? You know, things like that. But for this playthrough, for our theme that we're going for here, I'm pretty happy with the progress we've made, except for one thing, and that is this number right there. We're down to no food except for a little bit of muckroot. So we're going to have to address that immediately, and unfortunately what that means is in the short term we're going to make everybody eat a single mush fry right here. Mush fry, that's already set to forever, so that's good. That'll help us for one cycle, and then because we're not really making enough food right now, I'm going to go ahead and do these as a priority here. I'm going to throw back up some more mealwood for, you know, 1 or 2 harvests, and then I'll go ahead and delete them again once the bristleberries are more capable of sustaining us. We do also have... Okay, this is not quite done yet right here, but I can start to do this. I can X out those. By the way, what are we looking at right now for a size? Room size 144 tiles. So clearly I seriously miscalculated. Oh no, this is why. It's because that floor isn't built there, which means it's including all of those. So 4 times 16, excuse me. Perfect, that's just what we need. Let's go ahead and do the critter drop-off. Okay, 4 times... Not 4 times 16. Yes, 4... Yes, sorry. 4 times 16 is 64, and then 2 times 16... Yeah, 96. We should be fine as soon as that floor gets built. And then... let's right next to it go ahead and do the food critter feeder. And we'll delete one more here, and when that gets destroyed, we will go ahead and put up the station, grooming station, right there it is. Boom. Okay. Now I know there are more efficient ways to do this, where you can make sure that you can like put a little wall up here or something, or door or something to, what do we have, athletics, okay, that's good, to make sure that all of the critters that we're going to put in here, which are going to all be hatches, that all of our hatches are really here close by the grooming station so that it's convenient, it's a little bit more efficient to groom them faster. I'm not going to do that because, first of all, this is an inefficient playthrough, and so that's a level of super efficiency that we do not aspire to in this playthrough. But moreover, I don't like ugly aesthetics for the sake of efficiency. I'd kind of like our base to look, you know, reasonably presentable. You know, look like a nice place to live from a human watching an ant farm perspective, not just from a dupe looking at decor perspective, if that makes any sense. Which I think it probably will make sense to some of you and maybe not so much to others, but that's fine. I think we might need to do the scaffolding all the way over to there as well to be able to hit that corner. Okay. Speed things back up again. Our food situation, until I see this get back up above 10,000, I'm pause. I guess I didn't actually need to pause. Let me just do this. Select you, mealwood, plant, copy settings, everywhere. Are you still priority 6? You are not. Let's go ahead and make you all priority 6. Now, it's unfortunately going to take a few cycles for that to kick in. We are out of food. Alright, I'm slowing it down right now because of the food situation. We still have 5 more mush bars. We have unreachable food. That's a problem. Nicola the chef, unfortunately, is about to go to sleep, so that's a problem. Hopefully we don't get any starvation until he is back to being awake. How many hatchling eggs do we have here? We have 1. I really kind of hate to do this, but I'm going to. I'm going to go ahead and say, turn that hatchling egg into an omelet. Why are you sleeping right here? 1, Nicola the chef. Nicola the chef. Right there. Is he the one with narcolepsy? He is. Okay, so he didn't sleep overnight there. He just fell asleep there coincidentally right before getting to his bedroom. Oh, this is bad. Ashkin the scientist running errands. That's no good. That's no good, Ashkin. You're so slow. However, I'm hesitant to do any more research right now because we're backed up too much in terms of the other work that we need to have done. Okay, so Nicola, the stamina's up to, okay, there we go. He's back to being awake. Get back to work, Nicola. What is your athletics? 2. Sure seems like you're not moving very quickly. Okay. Alright, I think I may as well speed it back up again. Well, yeah, these are not too far away from getting done. These are not too far away from getting done. These are not too far, okay. I think we'll be alright. I think we cut this very, very close, but I think as long as Nicola keeps working his little butt off, we will have enough food to survive this very lean period. I would be a little surprised if somebody doesn't start starving first, however. Okay, I'm not thrilled. Oh, never mind. Never mind, forget I said anything. Okay. Alright, everybody who needs to has got some food to eat. That's good. It's not as much as they would like to eat, but it's okay. Unreachable food, that's fine. It's probably just because of it being supplied somewhere. We need to get these bristle blossoms harvested, please, people. There should be... Have you not made the omelet yet? You must have. I guess somebody ate it already. Okay, it goes fast, doesn't it? It does go fast. This probably doesn't need to be disinfected over and over again. That's kind of inefficient, and that's a level of inefficiency that we are willing to fix. Okay, let's just double check now the size of this room. It is considered a stable because it's 96 tiles. Perfect. And we're going to go ahead and set this to hatches and hatchlings and priority 7. And then all we got to do is wrangle up these guys down here, which is, I forget what key. Wrangle is in. You 3 get wrangled, and then you can go up here. It says outside of stable. That's only because we haven't... Our room is now too big because we need to build that ceiling, which looks like is imminent. Agriculture improved, so that's okay. All right, this priority that because, yeah, because we need to turn this back into a stable. If you watch this, as soon as she finishes this tile here, this is going to turn back into a stable. Boom, stable, perfect. Now for food, if I had lots and lots of sandstone, I would use that, but I really don't. So we're going to give them... Or I'm sorry, not sand. We do have lots of sandstone. I would normally give them sedimentary rock because there's value in trying to convert these guys to a different type of hatch. Clear the abyssalite out. Okay, alright, so sandstone now. Okay, so our hatches are now eating better than our people, than our dupes. But we're getting, finally, a little bit of a supply of food building up now, so that's good. Nicole the chef, there we go, that's useful. His cuisine skill just went up, so he's going to be faster at cooking. This one is at 28%. We can now go ahead and delete that. And even though we don't have enough seeds to fill in this entire row yet, I am going to go ahead and give them all that. And demolition, improved construction, all the way up to demolition. Very good. Very, very good. Okay. So now our building should be faster, our cooking should be faster, our dupes should be faster. Everything coming into place now. And we can probably go ahead and deconstruct all of the ladders here with the scaffolding. We don't need that now. What we do want to do, however, is we want to sweep at priority 6 here everything else out of this room. We want the dupes. It's not a big deal for right now, but eventually we want the dupes to be eating out of the critter feeder instead of eating off of the floor. How are we doing on the food situation? Where is our chef? There he is. He's on his way down. Did he just sleep, maybe? Probably. Joshua the Doc earned a skill point. Okay. Let's go ahead and give him... Go ahead and give him digging as his backup skill, because why not? And while we're at it, we may as well give him... Where is he? There he is. Let's go ahead and make attacking a little bit of a higher priority for him, because that uses digging skill, excavation skill, and then digging as well. But we still want him to favor doctoring tasks. However, doctoring tasks don't happen very frequently, so he definitely could stand to be really good at other things as well. Unpermitted food, okay. That scared me for a second because I thought that message only happened when you're completely out of food except for unpermitted food. And actually that probably was indeed the case, but we now have some gristleberry for that person to eat. So that's good. We got some more harvest ready bristle blossoms. We do need these to get filled in PDQ, but it'll happen. Nobody needs to panic. I think we're doing okay. I'm going to actually do all this again because we did destroy the ladder, which did create more debris down there. Just want to make sure it's all marked for cleanup. How we doing here? Very, very slowly building up our polluted water, and that's because this is really the only source of polluted water that we have right now is from the bathroom, and that's really only happening once a day for each dupe. So that all makes sense. We're really at the stage now where I kind of like to just, you know, watch the dupes, do their thing, live their lives, be happy, be stress-free, eat their slowly improving food, grow their crops, do what they're good at, do what they enjoy doing. How's our carbon dioxide looking here? It's pretty much at the same level as it was when this episode started, so I'm pretty content with that for now. Got plenty of sweeping and picking up to do still, so we'll know that that we really need to start giving the dupes new orders when we see that there's no more debris on the floors. Meanwhile, Nicola the chef here, making some mush loaves. I'm probably going to want to go ahead and run these mealwood through 2 cycles, not just 1, just to make sure that we build up a little bit of a what's the word I'm looking for? Is reservoir the right word? Or reserve? A little bit of a food reserve. Okay, we do need to get our researcher over here to do some analysis of this natural gas geyser at some point. We'll do that before too much longer. We do have a cool steam vent over here as well. That'll be good to start to do some work with here in the near future. We've got something else down here and we don't know what it is. I don't know for sure, but I'm kind of thinking that because of the amount of polluted oxygen over here, maybe it'll have something to do with that. Like it could be a polluted water geyser, maybe, or it might have nothing to do with it. This over here is a chlorine gas vent, and indeed you can see all the chlorine gas. So we've got any number of things to do some work with here as soon as we have everything else in our base stable. I'm gonna go ahead and speed it up to the super fast motion, super fast forward. I didn't see what that was. It was probably a starvation. What are we up to? 39. Cycle 39. Pretty soon we're going to have another printing pod printing available. We're not doing great for food again. Yeah, and where are we looking with our mush bars? We've already finished all the mush bars. We hopefully are not going to need to make more, but we're running really low again here. Okay, I'm expecting this to be, okay, here we go, 8 seconds, 7 seconds. How's our air looking, our breathability here? Pretty decent, pretty decent. Okay, although it does say insufficient oxygen being generated. Okay, so here's another question for us. We could take the bristleberries just because, you know, food. We could take the Drecklet. I'm tempted to take the Drecklet, because the Drecklet, we can eventually build a nice little stable area for our Dreckos. I'm going to do that. I don't remember what his diet is, though, so I'm going to look at him real quick. What does he eat? Pinch of pepper plants, palm lilies, and mealwood. Okay, that's fine, actually. If we... You know what I'm going to do here? I'm going to put him... What am I looking at? Right here. Critter drop-off. Boom, right there. I'm going to put him right here. And he'll munch on these mealwood plants, and that's fine. because I'm going to be replacing them with bristleberries eventually anyway. I think we can spare one Drecklet worth of eating some mealwood. So that then means wrangle him, and he'll get dropped off down there. And then we know that he'll be eating... We know exactly what he'll be eating and where he is. Okay. Food, we're down to 166 kilocalories. That's atrocious. Nicola the chef, are you... You know what I want to do is what are you doing? What on earth are you doing you're storing granite. Okay, that's an absolutely atrocious use of your time. So back to making mush bars. Back to making mush bars. Yeah, that's my mistake. Thankfully, I think we noticed it almost right away. Now, in a minute, he's going to have lots and lots of mealwood harvesting going on, and that'll give him lots and lots of rice loaves to cook. But until that point, we definitely want him... What are you doing? Nicola the chef, what are you doing? Okay, you're getting water for cooking. Okay, that's fine. I would really probably rather have somebody else doing the supplying. Do we not have anybody prioritized? Yes, we do. Bert the plumber. We got that prioritized for him. Well, it is what it is. Sometimes those little inefficiencies are going to happen. Okay, so that Drecklet has been lassoed. He has been trussed. I'm going to speed up again. We got the cooking going on. What are you doing, Nicola the chef? Storing igneous rock because... Get the heck down here, man. So if somebody's doing something that you don't want them doing, you can always override what they're doing by a move to order. And we'll tell him to come back down here. He's immediately going to turn around and come do it. And hopefully by that point, yes, he's back to cooking again. So what happened was there was a moment there where he was waiting for a delivery. And so he wasn't actually ready to do the next cooking task because somebody had to drop off either some meal lice or something to give, or some water maybe, for him to be able to do his next cooking task. And he thought, well, this is a great chance for me to run all the way to the other side of the base and do some meaningless task like picking up some igneous rock to store. So every once in a while when things get tight, you kind of have to micromanage your dupes a little bit. But I think we're okay. I think we're all right. I have certainly had problems in the past where... Oh, and here we go. See, here's our little Drecklet now. And you can see he probably took a little bit of bite of this mealwood right here because it's at 58%, whereas everything else here is at 70%-ish. So, yeah. So he'll take a bite and it'll probably knock 20% or so of the progress out of that particular plant. Okay. As we come up towards the end of this episode, we can sort of recap what we've accomplished here. We got a stable built, which is quite nice. We do need to start allowing some eggs to hatch because we do want... Oh, that's right. I've already cooked all the eggs into omelets. We do want to increase our number of hatches. And we'll get there. We'll get there. Have they been groomed yet? They have been groomed. Let's make sure that we keep an eye on this, though, because if you're not familiar with it, it's always fun to watch this grooming happen. Speaking of which, where is our rancher at? Is it Frankie the rancher? Frankie the rancher, there you are. That's fine. That's certainly a good use of your time, harvesting those mealwood. But when we see Frankie the Rancher heading back up here, let's watch what he does. Okay, is he going to be here for grooming, hopefully? He is not. Okay, so all we have to do really here is look at groomed, and we can see time remaining 1.1 cycles, groomed time remaining 1.0 cycles, and this guy 1.1 cycles. Is that the... Yeah, okay. All right, so it's going to take a full cycle before he grooms them again. So I'll speed back up again. But before we end this episode, we're going to watch him do a little bit of grooming. Because it's the little details that this game gets right that makes it really, really interesting. Bert the Plumber, let's give you plumbing. Very appropriate. You now look like Mario, Super Mario, obviously. Let's go ahead and speed things up here because we're starting to run low on time in this episode. Maybe not super fast forward, just regular fast forward. Okay, unpermitted food, that's not good. Meal lice and mush bars, yeah. That's not good, but they will soon get converted into edible food. And nobody is actually starving right now, so we're okay. We're doing okay. This is all about to get harvested. This is not too far away from getting harvested. In an emergency, we could always kill a hatch and turn them into barbecue. Or alternatively, we can see here there's another fish about to... okay, that's bad. Starvation. Yeah, he's got no food. So this is a good example of what we're going to watch here. We've got him, Nails the Builder. His calories, we can see, is now below 1,000. And if it hits 0, he dies. So what we're going to do is Nicola. Nicola is not cooking anything right now. He's eating right now. Is he eating because it is his time to go to bed? No, he's eating because he was hungry. Okay, well, hurry up and finish eating, Nicola. You got plenty of calories in you now. Go cook a meal. And Nails the Builder here. There's a little bit of time here. So I wanted to actually show this happen. I wanted to show this happen because he is going to make a mush loaf. Not a mush loaf. He's producing a mush bar, excuse me. Nails the Digger has 700 calories. Is there anything waiting to be done here? There's nothing there. Okay, so we have two options here. One thing that we could do is we could go here to consumables, and we could say, Nails the Builder, we could say, boom, Nails the Builder, you are now allowed to eat. Where is it? Where's the scroll bar here? There. Oh, there we go. Okay. We could say you're now allowed to eat a mush bar. So that would be one thing that we could do. And that would be the smart thing to do. But we're not smart. So we're actually going to make sure that Nicola takes the extra time. Where are you going? Cook supply. Yeah, you don't need to do a cook supply, because instead we're going to move you right back to here. And now you'll go ahead and start doing the cooking. As soon as he finishes that, the Nails the Builder will run down here, grab it, and eat it. And problem solved. Meanwhile, I do want to keep an eye on... You know what, Nails? In anticipation of him being finished, let's go ahead and move you to here. And by the time you get there, this food is going to be... What are you doing? Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Can you possibly be a worse cook? Narcoleptic nap. What a time for it. He's meanwhile... Well, we can't see how close to being done he is, but really, really close to being done on that. We're going to go ahead and run. We're going to keep Nails in this area until this mush fry finishes. Come on, Nicola. He's down to 522 calories. We're okay. We're okay, but we really need Nicola to wake up. Does it tell us how long the narcoleptic nap is going to take? It does not tell us. Just stay over here for now, Nails. He'll wake up eventually. There we go, finally. Now I don't know where you're going. Now I want you to move back this way. Okay. I keep checking up there at the state. There we go. Yay, so the starvation message disappeared. Nails is picking up the food. He's running it back up to his table to eat. He's going to be at about 400 calories, so not even close to starving. No problem whatsoever. Now, normally, I would not let it get that close, but I thought it might be kind of fun just to get the example of what happens if you are down to that level of micromanagement. We do want to... Are we out of algae? No, we got plenty of algae. We're just awaiting delivery down here. Well, hurry up, because we don't have enough oxygen. So now Nails is, by the way, his calories are going back up now, so that's good. How are these guys looking? I promised that we would get half a cycle. Okay. I promised that we would get to see some grooming going on before we ended this episode, and I intend to keep that promise. Meanwhile, our food situation, it's going to start improving. We got all this meal lice ready to be cooked up into lice loaf. Nobody's actually starving right now, so that's a good thing. And pretty soon now we're going to see, as soon as we start to see Frankie the Rancher coming up here, I'm going to slow it down at that point. Is he sleeping? No. There he is. Okay, Frankie the Rancher. What are you doing, Frankie? You're still doing... You're storing. Okay, so what are we looking at here? We're looking at 0.3 cycles. 0.3 cycles. If I can click on him. 0.3 cycles, okay. Starvation again. Who's starving now? Joshua the Doc. Okay, so once more, this is because Nicola is not cooking. He's actually, at this point, about ready to go to... Yeah, he's going to go to bed, so that's not good. So Joshua the Doc, what we're going to do, we have some food available. It's meal lice. So this is the other way to handle it. You just go here to Joshua the Doc, and you say, boom, you're allowed to eat meal lice now. And look at that. He's going to stop and give a thumbs up to Nicola the chef, whose fault it is that he's starving to begin with. And now he's going to grab the meal lice. He's going to go ahead and take that to his table and eat it. So that's the other way to handle the starvation emergency. I should say that's the other way. There's plenty of ways to do it, but that's one other way to do it. And where's Frankie at? Frankie the Rancher. These guys have got to be getting close to being ready here. And then, of course, since Joshua the Doc has finished, we can turn that back off again. All right. Frankie, where you at, Frankie? All the way down here. Okay. Harvest a bristle blossom. That's okay, we'll do that. That's on the way. And you're good at harvesting anyway, so we want you doing that. Picked it up, you're going to store it, and hopefully here in a moment we're going to see here in his to-do list, we're going to see grooming pop up. Hopefully any minute now. I may have slowed it down a little bit too soon. Obviously, I slowed it down a little bit too soon. Oh, there we go. Okay, ranching right there. So boom, we're going to go and drop what he's carrying here. And we're going to go ahead and move to right here. And is ranching going to jump up to the top? Farming supply is going to jump up to the top. Why is that? Because we have farming set at an equal priority for him. Just for now, I'm gonna change that. I'm gonna move him to here. It's gonna reshuffle the priorities. Okay, here we go. Now we're gonna do this. Now, so he whistles. The little hatch is smiling. He hops up there, and he brushes his teeth. And then he brushes his shell, and then he gets out a little perfume or cologne bottle, and he sprays him, and he pets him. And now this little happy little critter is groomed for 1.6 cycles. And he will repeat this now. Oh, and that one you got to see, he jumped. They jump up for excitement, and then they queue up so that they can all get groomed. I love it. Okay, so let's go back to, not consumables, let's go back to priorities, and I do want him to now be at equal priority for farming and for ranching. Okay, and so we got some starvation. I'm going to finish the episode just as soon as I know that we're going to survive the starvation crisis. Who's starving now? What are you doing? You're going to eat what? Oh, okay. I was going to say, we're still showing him under starvation, which is not good. So Frankie the Rancher. There's still plenty of meal lice to eat. So Frankie the Rancher, boom, you can now eat. Let's go ahead and so the starvation disappeared. Frankie the Rancher grabbed the meal lice. He's going to go run up here. He's going to eat. And I'm going to go ahead and at this point, I'm going to go ahead and slow it down to normal speed. Now that he's eaten, now that he's no longer starving, I'm going to turn that back off again. And I think this is a good point to go ahead and finish this episode. So we flirted once more with starvation, but we didn't actually consummate it. You get that reference? We flirted with it, but we didn't consummate. Haha. Okay, anyway, so we'll definitely have to continue to address the food situation in the next episode in the early part of it, but hopefully we'll get that under control, and then from there onward and upward. And anyway, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next episode.